Fakes left, now taken off. Gonna run for it. They got it! There it goes! The 6 or the 10 to 5. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 36 of the Buds Mafia podcast. We're filming a nice little Monday night here. We weren't able to record before the Monday football games due to scheduling, but I don't care about these Monday. I might not even watch these Monday night football games. They sound horrendous.
Taylor and I started a new show, so.
What are you watching?
Well, we watched Black Rabbit on Netflix, and then we're watching this show called Wayward. Oh, it's a good show.
There you go. Yeah, these games tonight just sound horrendous, so I could care less about them. We're definitely going to dive into
USA is terrified and Europe's on fire.
Yeah, we usually do golf at the end, but I think just for how recent it is and how much, because we're usually pretty gassed at the end of hockey and football. So I think I don't know about you. Football is kind of boring this weekend. I wasn't anything crazy.
Right. It depends on which games.
I'll always find Bills games exciting, but everything else, it wasn't that crazy. I mean, last night's game was awesome. I fell asleep, but I heard it was really good. I saw the highlights, but everything else wasn't that great. Obviously, Liam Cowan and fucking Solid going at it, but we'll get into that. Wild. And we'll talk about Atlantic Division, a lot of Leaf news, a lot more hockey news. Awesome, but I think we should definitely start off with the Ryder Cup. Yeah, I think it happened. I think what happened is what we expected to happen. Long Island fans going fucking crazy and Europe winning. Yeah. Definitely Sunday was a lot more interesting and exciting than...
I texted you I wanted to die a million times.
Yeah, and you're going to hate this. You're going to hate me saying this. If USA would have came back, I think that would have been pretty cool. And I was hoping Shane Lowry was going to miss. I hate saying it, but I just, for the atmosphere and the storyline behind it, seeing that comeback, I would have hated just looking at USA Twitter and everything, but it would have been pretty fucking sick if they...
I wouldn't.
I know you would have hated it.
I wouldn't have been able to stand it.
You would have wanted. You wanted to end by the second singles. You could care less about the other.
I wanted to be 19.5 to 9. I did not care. It's not that I don't like. I like USA golfers. Like I do like the team. It's just when it comes to the Ryder Cup, I just forever will be a European fan. And it's like, I think firstly, like, to get into it, overall, like, the fans out of control. Yeah. But I think first and foremost, it's one thing, and I think even Rory said it, it's like, it's one thing to kind of shout at players and everything like that. Like, that's going to happen. And I think going into a Ryder Cup, that's going to happen. But more or less, like, let a player try and approach their ball and go through their routine once they've started to go through their routine. Like, to just shout, fuck you, Rory. Or, I guess on Sunday, fans brought, like, little duck toys in.
Ducks, yeah. I think once he addresses his shot and everything, and then he goes up to address the ball, I think it should be done then. Yeah, I think when he's talking with his caddy, tell him whatever you want. That's maybe not crossing the line. Like, say, fuck you, everything like that. But once it's time, when he lines up the ball and everything, that's when it should be quiet.
And obviously throwing a drink at him and his wife is not.
That's wild. That's just so scummy.
But, like, I think first off, USA standouts, like, I think Cam Young, obviously,
Cam Young,
rookie,
awesome.
Captain's pick. Just played amazing, absolute stick. He was the only one who was really like an actual point getter for the US.
Yeah,
but just the third Friday, Saturday, like to come out and only win one out of the 4 matches, like crazy. The Europeans couldn't miss a putt. Justin Rose,
their putting was a joke. If it was within 15 feet, it was in. Every single putt was in. And the fact that Keegan definitely admitted some of his mistakes. I know, I'm sure he's not a big statistics guy, which statistics doesn't always go well into golf, but there's just one website where they do golf statistics very well. And the worst statistical matchup for USA was Morikawa and English. If you look at matchups, their record in Ryder Cups, everything, 4-ball, all that stuff, that's the worst statistical partners that he could have made. And they got slaughtered in the first try. And then he ran it back with them, which I thought was a big mistake.
I mean,
he shortened the course. He shortened the rough, which he said was a mistake. He wished he made it maybe thicker rough.
Shortening the rough made no sense.
It was a birdie fest.
The fucking dude. I think Justin Rose on Saturday made 11 birdies.
Well, Justin Rose and Tommy on Saturday, I were 12 under through 15 at one point, which is ridiculous.
And I don't understand making the second cut on the greens longer than the fairways, but like the US, I mean, realistically, the number one golfers in the world typically, like if you look at Tiger, you look at Phil, you look at their 4-ball, like their partners matches and everything, their records aren't great. So I kind of figured Scotty wasn't going to do great, especially with being paired up with Russell Henley. Like I didn't think that was a good matchup. Russell Henley kind of stunk until like all of the Americans kind of stunk. Other than Cam Young, until the singles. Yeah, which you kind of expected. Whereas I think
that's where USA knew they were going to thrive is the singles. They're not a team aspect.
Yeah, I think the Europeans were very team motivated, and it's not to say that the American team isn't a motivated camaraderie team, but I think just the Europeans have something special. Luke Donald returning as a captain, I think that's huge.
He's 3-0 as a player and 2-0 as a coach in Ryder Cup history.
Yeah, so
it's crazy.
For standouts for the U.S., I really don't. Until Sunday, I really don't have much. I mean, Bryson coming back from 5 down to tie that match was pretty crazy. I do like Bryson. I used to hate him. I like him.
Me too, yeah.
I hated him this weekend. Hated him. I thought the whole thing with Justin Rose, I think, was just a huge misunderstanding. And then, like, it was Justin Rose's putt on 16 on the Saturday. Like, it was his putt. And I don't think he was in the wrong. I think he even said he thought he could have probably went about it better. And like
that was my thing. I think he was in the right. Again, when you adjust your putt, it's your turn. I don't think Bryson's caddy was too far in the way, but I don't know exactly what Rose said. Obviously, no one does. But he sounded pretty aggressive, and he sounded pretty upset. And he's like, "What the hell are you doing? Move away!"
He said, "It's my fucking putt, isn't it?"
So he was in the right, but I think he even said he went about it the wrong way. And then Ted Scott got right in his face. Him and Molinari were going at it too, and Bryson was pissed. And obviously,
Tommy went up to him after and said something about his YouTube.
Is that for sure? Though I saw that. I don't
know if it's for sure.
No way Tommy says that.
He definitely went up to him and said something.
Yeah,
and like you have to think. I mean, you saw Shane and Rory when they were paired together. Like the amount of fuck yous they gave to the crowd, especially after big moments.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So yeah, I couldn't be happier. Very stressful day.
I was excited. I was goosebumps. I mean, again, like I wanted Europe to win, but the comeback was pretty cool. Like I was excited.
I was not excited.
And I didn't realize. So they were down 12-5 going into Sunday singles, and the biggest comeback ever, or at least maybe in the last 20 years, has only been like 4 points.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. So like, it would have been by far
every single putt. And that's the thing too, is like the alternate shot. Like, so you play the first match in the morning is alternate shot, and then the second match is 4-ball, which everyone plays a ball and then low score. And it's like alternate shot is super tough, but the Europeans have very good ball strikers as well as like are pretty long off the tee. And like even, I mean, you can look at the singles match yesterday, like being long off the tee at this golf course helped, but not really. Like Bryson had a 328 yard drive on the first hole, put it to like 30 feet from the green and made par, and Fitzpatrick made birdie and went one up. Like it really depends. I think it's just like for Shane Lowry to make that putt, the story of it.
That was sick. That was cool. I can't believe Russell Henley left that putt short. He had it right in the heart.
I was so fucking happy. I was never been happier. And it's not that I don't like Russell Henley. It's just more or less.
I don't dislike anyone on USA, honestly. It's USA. And I want Europe to win.
Yeah. But like, as well as the ruling, like people won't stop talking about it on Twitter about like the envelope rule.
Yeah.
And like, I completely understand why people are upset about it. And Keegan even said in the post, like the press conference, that it has to change and that it's a dumb rule. And like, yeah, it is. But Luke Donald then came out afterwards, and they gave each other their flowers for sure. But Luke Donald came out afterwards, and he had receipts of like when it's been used before and like how long the rule's been instated, and the U.S. has used it, and they've won. And it's like, you know, I understand how people are upset, but I think an easy way to change, and I wrote this down. Easy way to change is each team should have an alternate or like a bench player, if you will, in case of an injury. That way, the team who has the injured player and has to bring their alternate in, technically it would be at a disadvantage because, say, it's Sunday singles.
Yeah,
that player hasn't played all week, hasn't experienced any of the atmosphere, most likely going to lose a point. I understand that people are saying that it should be a full forfeit, but I don't like that. Like, you know, it's just me. I don't think that it should be a full forfeit. So I think if you and then say you have an injury at the Friday and you have to use your alternate on the Saturday. Now that player who is injured, say they're able to come back on the Sunday, I don't think they should be able to. That player's injured, can't return, and your alternate has to play the rest of the tournament. And like, you know what? They still would have won.
Yeah. That I don't agree with. I know you can say, yes, it was 15-13 or whatever the fuck the points were. Things change. Like Burns and them knew that it was already over and maybe the pressure is a little bit off and everything. I don't know. I don't agree with, oh yeah, they already got 15. They need the 14.5. Like they already would have won. So it doesn't really matter. Things change. Pressure changes on both sides. I don't know. I see both ends of it, but like it's a rule. I don't people saying blame with the rules like, oh, Victor Hovland. I think Dave Portnoy said, so Victor Hovland sleeps on his neck funny, so that we both get half a point, which I thought was pretty funny. But yeah, I see both sides of it.
He said Victor Hovland slept on his neck funny, so that's how Europe won the Ryder Cup. Which, like, if you read the community notes on it, it's pretty funny.
This was funny.
Like they still would have won, and you can say that, yeah, maybe it changes the pressure, but. Like, yes, they were both playing good, but even still, like, McIntyre tied the match, so that would have been a win. Like, you could say that it changes the pressure and the shape of the game, but at the end of the day, yeah, say, like, the biggest thing the Europeans, and Paul McGinley was talking about this, is, like, we want to win, too. Like, we don't want to...
he was saying, no, he's like, I can't tell you enough that 14-14 has a big difference.
Yeah, that's a huge difference, and especially, so, you know what? Fuck it, we won. Yeah. I don't care.
Also, you got to think about the matches completely, because Victor Hovland was probably one of the top Europeans, so the matches overall might have just changed. Like, to me, Victor Hovland would have fucking dog walked Harris English anyways, if that was a matchup. So it's like it's a lot going into it. I didn't expect Schauffele to fucking dog walk John Rahm, who John Rahm is maybe one of the best European Ryder Cup players ever.
It's so
He's
tough,
unbelievable.
You play so much. Like, that's the thing. Same thing with Rory. Same thing with Shane. Like, Shane making that putt was huge.
Yeah.
But you play 72 holes in 2 days when you're used to playing it over 4 days. Yeah. Then you also add in the fact that they're getting, like, absolutely berated. You know? Like,
yeah.
It's such a huge win for Europe as a Ryder Cup team, and the United States fans will always say there's an asterisk beside it. And
that's stupid.
To the fan, I don't think it was just a small proportion of the fans that were yelling that stuff, and I think a lot of people, probably more people, leaned into it. But like, a lot of the fans are there to see good golf, and real golf fans are not shouting complete obscenities like for the Ryder Cup. And people are going to say it's favoritism towards Rory, and people are going to hate Rory. But to say, like, to see that they added 20 state troopers around him and Shane Lowry's group that day, clearly they started kicking people out. Like, yeah, you can say people are drunk, you can say this, you can say that, but it's just obnoxious and ignorant people who are watching their team get dog walked through 2 days when the only, and I think I said this before, is like the only reason that the Americans were favored is because it was in New York at Bethpage. The European team was a lot stronger in general.
Way deeper.
Yeah. Body played like a dog piss, couldn't make a putt. Like, even on Sunday, him and Rory played horrible. They really did not play good.
Did not play good.
I think combined between the two of them through like 12, they had a total of four birdies. It was really the people who you weren't expecting to kind of stand out, and like the match play, they're like the foursome play from the U.S. Like Justin Thomas, the reason Cam Young and Justin Thomas won that first match was because of Cam Young.
Yeah,
like you can say that for every day. Cam Young was the MVP standout. Tommy Fleetwood and Justin Rose, unbelievable. I kind of figured Justin Rose wasn't going to win his singles match. He doesn't have a good singles record, but like overall, going back to Ireland, the U.S. is going to come out firing. I'm going to be curious to see who the captain is. I think you are going to see, and they were talking about this afterwards too, and this is what I was surprised kind of with the U.S. team. Like at some point you're going to see the fact like live players be more included in Ryder Cup, because like I know people are going to say that, you know, they probably shouldn't, but what you're telling me that you want, and I'm not saying that this is no disrespect to like a Russell Henry or a Ben Griffin. They obviously had a great year, but you're telling me Brooks Koepka wouldn't get the crowd a little bit more fired up? Like these guys didn't really lean in the crowd through the first day.
Patrick Reed too has an incredible Ryder Cup record. Like, I mean, he's not the best name anymore, but his Ryder Cup record is incredible.
Even when Cam Young won his singles match on Sunday, he just turned to the crowd, kind of raised his hands up, like, whereas like you see Justin, you see Bryson, you need personalities, especially at a home course. Like you heard ole ole, all the European chants all the time, especially when Europe was doing well, that like you need to have those guys who can hype. And for as much as I hated Bryson yesterday, when he was putting it on and my dad and my brother were like, there's no way he's coming back, I was like, I bet you this match ends tied. He is going to continue to feel the confidence. Patrick's kind of waffling in what has happened. He can't make a putt, and Bryson is pouring it in from wherever he wants. Like, you need guys with personality. Obviously, they need to be good at golf. And I understand that, you have the top 6 guys and then you have captain's picks. But like, I do kind of feel bad for Keegan Bradley. But at the same time, like,
we'll see who's captain is next time. I'm excited for Ireland. It was a great Sunday, a great weekend of Ryder Cup. Ready to move on to some hockey talk? Yeah. Sorry if I sound horrible. I had a long weekend. I'm battling a cold right now. I had a wedding. My girlfriend's dad was birthday on Saturday, so I didn't really have a lot of time to rest. And I just sound horrible, but we're battling through.
What you usually sound like? I actually cannot get over the fact I knew that you wanted a little bit of that comeback, and I was,
because you were texting me more like fuck. I'm like, this is getting good. Like I
knew from your replies, I was like, he doesn't care as much as I do about the Europeans right now. And dude, for real, my household, like, I'm gonna shout out my fiance real quick. She changed the way that I view sports for real. I used to be a very negative person when I was watching sports, and we were watching a Bills game at our house this year. I was very negative, and it was the very first game of the year, and I was being super negative, and I was like, the Ravens are going to mollywop us. We're going to get absolutely destroyed. This is going to be horrible. She looked at me, and she was like, positivity breeds positivity. As soon as that happened, I was positive. Matt Prater, 31-yard walk-off field goal. Gotta love it. Ever since then, dude, in my house, my brother was pacing around the kitchen, pacing around, going outside, coming back inside. My dad would not stop screaming at the TV. And I just went outside. My mom and my fiance were sitting there doing some gardening, they went to Terra and bought little succulents and putting them in like cute little vases or whatever. I just sat outside. I played with my dog and I watched the Ryder Cup on my phone. It's like positivity breeds positivity. And Shane Lowry made the goddamn putt. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to some hockey.
I'll believe it when I see it. Going on. So a lot more news, a lot more signings. Vasily Podkolzin has a 3-year, $8.85 million deal extension with Edmonton. I don't know the math, but around 3 and a bit for Edmonton. I thought he was good in the playoffs. Solid player who fit in with Draisaitl. They need every forward they can get on that team. Cam Fowler resigns 3 years at 6.1 with St. Louis. I mean, he was acquired over from Anaheim. His first game with St. Louis, I'm pretty sure, was the Winter Classic, which was crazy. He had a great end of the year with St. Louis. He's an older defenseman, but 3 years is a good deal. He had a great end of the year. Tavish finally resigns. I think this is I don't know if this was McTavish finally giving in, because I think this is a great deal for definitely the franchise. I think it's still a good deal for him, but maybe he wanted a little bit more. But I mean, 6 years, $7 million. I think it's a great deal for the team. And still for him, I mean, it's still.
He would have got paid more anywhere else, though.
A team would have given him 8x8 for sure. Yeah. I mean, if Montreal gave Slavkovsky 8x8, which no offense to Slavkovsky, they'll still think he'd be good. I think McTavish can be a future number 1 center, if not a really good number 2 two-way center. So 6 years, $7 million. I'll take that all day. Huh?
You're going through it.
Oh, you can hear it. It's horrible. It's horrible.
The more you talk, the more I hear it.
I shouldn't have said anything, but yeah, we're battling through. Yeah, I go for a run after this too, which is gonna suck.
Yeah, how's your marathon journey going?
So I didn't run on Friday, Sunday, because I was just like, I'm gonna take a break. Then Friday, Saturday I didn't run, but yesterday I was like, hey, fuck, I want to get back on it. And out of nowhere, I ran for 8K, no stop. So that was my PB for this whole circuit here. Today's just gonna be a light, I think 2 or 3, just work on pace, and then tomorrow's hockey. So. You don't want to go too crazy. I just have a fucking cough and my nose is all stuffy. I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, let me tell you, I'd love to talk about hockey, but the first 2 names you brought up, couldn't tell you who they are.
Vasily Podkolzin?
Oh, yeah, Vasily. Love him.
You know Podkolzin, Edmonton? No? And you know Cam Fowler. Come on.
Oh, the Foul Dog? I know Ricky Fowler.
This is getting embarrassing. Last little thing, Luke Hughes.
I
didn't think he was going to get this much. Apparently, it might be like a $9 million deal, 8 years. I didn't think it was going to be that much. He's really good. I think he's cracked like 45, almost 50 points, and he can't get more. I didn't think he was going to get 9 million. That seems like a lot. I know we keep saying cap space is going up, but yeah, that number definitely caught me off guard. I want to do, because next week is the last episode before the season starts. Fantasy drafts will likely start this weekend coming up. So I want to do a quick little NHL fantasy buys and sells to some players. Then next week we'll do some award predictions and everything, and maybe who we think is maybe a dark horse for each award. How's that sound?
For all the awards, I love that.
Yeah, what's your Jack Adams, your favorite? King Clancy, your next favorite award?
King Clancy makes me so... Jack Adams sounds like a fucking beer.
That makes sense. All right, so I'm going to start with selling. So I have 3 for each. The last sell I'm actually going to change because I actually changed my mind on him, which I'm surprised about. One sell is Artemi Panarin. NHL Fantasy has him at 30. I think New York can be really good. I think they can be really bad. I know it's a contract year. He's getting older. Lafreniere, I think, is going to bounce back. But if Lafreniere's not doing that well and Zibanejad's not doing well, they don't have much else. And yes, in the past, he's been a 100-point plus player, but a top 30 fantasy player this year. If you can get him low, I would. But at 30, I think that's a little high for Artemi Panarin.
How many rounds is NHL? I've never played NHL Fantasy or done NHL Fantasy.
It depends. You usually have...
Do you pick is it the same... Not the same as NFL, but you pick 2-3 forwards, a defenseman, and a goalie?
Well, no, you'll have a left winger, center, or right winger. Or it depends. Some are just straightforward. Some have actual positions. But yeah, it's usually, if it's just straight forwards and D, I don't know, 10 to 12 forwards and 6 to 8 D. And then you just start. It's a lot more work because it's each day you got to change it. Each day you got to update it.
Yeah, I don't.
Right, so
not keep up.
But yeah, Artemi Panarin at 30, I think that's a little bit high. Next, Brandon Hagel. He's 44th in NHL Fantasy. Career year, almost 40 goals, 90 points. He's not that he's on Kucherov. He plays Kucherov. He plays Estrella. He plays up with Point. All these guys on the power play. I just think 90 point was such a career year, and I just cannot see him replicating that. I'm not saying don't pick him up later on, but
fucking feed off of everything he did last year at all. Especially with the fact that the Olympics are coming up and everything, you don't think players are going to try.
When I watch him play, he's not a skillful guy. I'm not saying you have to be to get 90 points, and he actually didn't even get I don't think he even had a power play point, which is why it's even crazier. But I don't know. I'm not saying he can't get up to that, but a top 44 player in the league seems a bit high for fantasy. But I still think 70 plus, which is still very good. He only makes $6 million, but 44 seems a bit high.
Is it the same with NHL where you don't try and take a goalie like a quarterback until later?
Yeah. Depends on the league, but most leagues that are run well, your goalie shouldn't be picked that high. If I had to draft a goalie in the first round, fuck that. That sucks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Same with QBs though. If you get a Hellebuck, like a Josh Allen in late second or something, early third, then sure. But first round, no.
It's so tough. I drafted in one league. And people didn't take QBs till the 5th round, and I was chilling, and I got Lamar. My league with work, middle of the 3rd round, someone takes Josh Allen. I was like, oh, all right, we're taking quarterbacks.
Well, in our fantasy, Nathan picked Josh middle of the 2nd, so then I picked Lamar because I panicked.
Yeah, that's the thing. You panic immediately. All right, sorry. Continue.
No, then my last sell, which I'm not selling anymore. I'm not selling him anymore, but I was close to, was Lane Hudson. They have him 57th. 8th among all D-men. Career year, 6 goals, 66 assists. I wasn't sure of with Dobson coming in, the power play, how it would run. Seeing him in preseason and how, I know it's preseason, but seeing how dominant he looks and seeing how easy it is, and then add Demidov to the power play. I don't think there's a question of Lane Hudson being the power play 1 guy, not Dobson. So I'm not buying him, but I'm not selling him anymore either. I think it's... I think he can be top 5 in points this year. I think he's going to be pushing 70 plus. I think, I had him selling because, again, 8th among D-men, but then I was naming other D-men. And when you look at last year's points, he was around 8th or 7th in D points, and he got another weapon. I was more worried about Dobson, but I still think he's going to be guy number 1 on that team on the back end.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's only going to get better, too.
And he's been scoring in preseason. His one issue was he's a great passer, but can he shoot the puck too? And he's been ripping the puck. So he might get 70 play. It's that's the thing.
Different though, especially I don't know, preseason NHL, even preseason NFL or any preseason, these you see flashes of greatness, but it really depends. And obviously he's done it in regular season, but it's kind of, bright lights are on,
Yeah. So 3 buys now. And these I was shocked at how low these guys are. The first buy is Wyatt Johnson. He's at 63 in fantasy. Some may say that's high, but this kid at like 18 years old, 19 years old, had like a 30-30 season, great in the playoffs. Even last year, people think he had an off year. He went from like 63 points to like 70 points. He has Rantanen now, who Rantanen, I think he's going to fit well into that system now. He kind of got his groove going into the playoffs and everything.
Can I give you one of my fantasy sleepers?
You're going to say like fucking Connor McDavid, an idiot. League neighbors. Well, to be honest, he's now dead for the season, so yeah, that's good for you.
Was I wrong? No.
Yeah, Wyatt Johnson, I can see him having a 40-40 type year. 63 is actually not bad of a value, but I wouldn't hate if you got him even higher than that. Next two, these guys are rated low. Elias Pettersson, he's rated 138th. You got to predict he's going to have a better year than last year. I'm not saying, again, back to his 80, 90, 100 point player that he was a few years ago, but he had like 50-something points last year. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten stronger. He's healthier. I think, again, I'm not saying the 80 plus, but I think at least 30 goals, at least 70, 75 points. Him ranked 138th to me is a steal. I feel like a lot of people don't have him that low, but that's really low. And I definitely feel like that's a player to look out for later in the rounds. My voice is getting worse and worse.
I'm so happy.
But my last buy is a guy who's actually ranked 130th, and that's Cutter Gauthier. I have Anaheim making the playoffs. He had a great end of the season last year. He struggled at the start, but he finished off really strong. Him and Leo Carlson get more and more minutes. They have Michael Granlund. They re-signed McTavish. They have Troy Terry. Maybe bring in Beckett Seneca, third overall from a few years ago. I think he's a sleeper too. I think he could put up a lot of points this year. Maybe even reach 40 goals, which is a lot. This kid's a stud. A lot of fans don't like him because of him boycotting Philly, but I think he can put up a lot of points this year. And him ranked 130th. I feel like that's a steal. All right.
I love that for you. You did a good job there, buddy.
Thanks. You got worse. Yeah, next week maybe we can go through some awards and maybe some predictions and maybe some sleepers for maybe some dark horses for MVP and everything like that. Last little news here before we go to the Atlantic Division. Jamie Benn, this sucks. He had a collapsed lung during a preseason game.
Crazy.
That sucks. I think it was against San Jose, so hopefully he's not out too long. And the biggest news from hockey, besides maybe some Leaf news, was Alexander Barkov tore his ACL. That sucks. I think it was tore his ACL and MCL. He's out for 7 to 9 months, which is like, I don't even know what 7 months is from now. When is that from now? Like it might be playoff time, but yeah, that sucks. I feel bad for him because I feel like a lot of those Florida star players, they have their cups. I feel like they were really excited for the Olympics, especially him. He's a captain of Finland. Like that stinks. A lot of Leafs fans were cheering online, which, hey, I'm not going to lie to people. When I first saw the news, I definitely felt bad. And I was like, damn, that sucks for him.
No, you didn't. You were super happy.
No. Okay. Hey. Let me speak my truth. I was like, holy shit. Like that sucks. Like that sucks for him, Olympics and everything. But I'm not going to fucking sit here and like, I didn't do a low fist bump for the Leafs to have better odds to win the division and make a run. Like, I'm not going to go on fucking social media and fucking cheer. I think that's ridiculous. They're doing like that.
All right.
What?
It was a joke. I was joking.
No, I'm saying the other fans out there. I think that's crazy that they do that. Like, hey, it's like when we're not basketball fans around here, but like when Kevin Durant went down in 2019 in the finals against the Raptors. Yeah, I feel bad for him. He's going to be out for a whole year, but you don't even think we're like, okay, the Raptors have a chance to win now. Like when he came back that one game, I remember I was a basketball fan back then. He in the first 5 minutes went 3 for 3 from 3, and it's like, okay, we're fucked. But then he destroyed his Achilles, and it's like, oh no, it's like, okay, like the Raptors have a chance. So yeah, it sucks for Barkov. They're gonna have Kachuk back by February, March, maybe. Yeah, February before the Olympics. But he's their best player, so that sucks for them. I don't know what 7 months is from now, and my math's not good, so we'll see. But that sucks for them. That's why I posted my Toronto season preview the other day, and I originally had them finishing second, but then I updated it before I posted it because of that news.
7 months from now is January, February.
Is it?
No, I probably counted wrong.
No, it's not. You're fucking
October,
stupid.
November, December, January, February, March. No, it's late. It's later.
Jesus
like
Christ,
March,
January. That's like hopeful April, like hopeful March or April. So yeah, we'll see. A lot of Leaf news before we head into the Atlantic Division. Joey Wall is taking a leave of absence. I think it's a family matter, so hopefully that's okay. Hopefully it's not death or anything, but that's usually what this leads to, so hopefully everything's okay with him. Stolarz resigns. That was a incredible deal. I think like with the Joy Wall absence and they want him taking as much time as he needs, I think they wanted to get that out of the way too with Stolarz. 4 years at 3.75. Again, we were saying, I think we said the last 4 weeks on this podcast, like we were saying we were okay paying him 5 or 6. Like, so again, you can say all you want about how many games he's started and everything, but having both your goalies under $8 million for how good they did last year, I'll take that all day. Like some guys are paying one goalie for 9 to 10 and they're really good, but very happy with both our tandems there. We brought back Reimer for a PTO just in case. We have Hildeby in the Marlies as well. So
that's hilarious. Did you see? It was like Reimer asking Austin Matthews for the
that was funny. That was funny. He's like, we'll tussle out about it. I haven't watched a ton of preseason because it's like if I watch, I get too excited. Huh?
Too many. There's too many other good sports on. This weekend was ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I'd rather watch Ryder Cup and obviously football and college football. I'm not watching the Leafs in Ottawa at 3:00 when it's the Ryder Cup. I don't give a shit. It's preseason. But yeah, from what I've seen in the games, I have watched some games. I love the way Michelli's playing. I think he's playing great. I still think it'll be Domi on that top line with Matthews and Nyes. Cowan's playing solid, being a bit of a pest out there, but again, AHL is probably what's best for him.
He looks tiny.
He is tiny. He is a little bit. He's thin. He's tiny. But yeah, so I think a full year AHL bulk up, kind of understand the physicality and the pro side of the game. I think will do him good. And maybe call up for playoffs because with that Stolarz signing next year, we have our entire D-core signed, basically our entire forward core signed, but like Scott Lawton and Nick Robertson, Robertson signed for 2 years. The Leafs have $24 million in cap space next offseason.
Which is considering the free agents is ridiculous.
Which is awesome. Again, a lot of those free agents are probably going to stay. Like Kaprizov, he's going to stay. They're just going to find the right number. Yeah. Kempe's about to stay. Kopitar retired. I don't want Panarin, to be honest with you, unless it's like a really cheap deal. I feel like he also will stay. It's about McJesus, but I'm hearing it's likely a 2-year deal for McDavid. And it's a good chance it's like 14, not that 16 number as well. Because I think it's just like, okay, let's give Edmonton some wiggle room for these 2 years, and then I'll fuck off. But yeah, I'm very happy. I think Tree Living's cooking. Let's get into our Atlantic Division breakdowns. Also, Beer League update, 2-0. We beat the Eskimo Bros last week. I thought they're going to kill us. In the warm-up, they were all massive, could skate. All didn't have a visor on. They were all mutants. And somehow we played well. Your boy got 2 assists. I actually played really good. I think that the running's helping with my conditioning. And somehow we squeaked a dub. And it was a prime time game. 6:45. Games are only like under an hour. We go to the Black Bull after. We have our deal with them. It's like 50-cent wings. When there's 10 people, you get an extra large pizza. You get 2 large plates of fries. Oh, it's a time. It was unbelievable.
I wish I got into hockey a little bit.
It's and trust me, I was not a good player. My skill set's gone. I had offers to D3 at some point, but then I bet all on myself and then became a junior C scratched player. So obviously it didn't work out. But
I couldn't even tell you what that means.
This is not good.
I might. There needs to be a school for people to learn. I obviously know about hockey, but to learn the ins and outs.
You're my school.
Here's a problem. Here's a problem I have before we get into the recap. If I have a child who wants to play hockey, I'm going to have to rely on you to tell me what to do with my child's future in hockey. We were talking about this yesterday. My dad said to me, we were talking about it, and my mom was like, yeah, you wanted to play baseball, but then you wanted to play football because of your brother. And I was like, yeah. And then my dad was like, you both wanted to play hockey. And my mom was like, no, they didn't. And I was like, my mom was like, what would you do if your kid wanted to play a different sport than you did? And I was like, I don't know. If they want to play basketball, I guess that's fine. But given our genetics, basketball is probably not going to work out. We got broad shoulders and just thick. So, yeah, I just, anyway, that was a little recap of what I'm thinking if my kid wants to play hockey.
Yeah, I was so excited to hear that.
You know what? Fuck you. I don't want to hear your voice anymore, actually. So
it's getting a little better, actually. It's getting a little better.
It sounds horrible. 2024-2025 season recap, Atlantic Division. Fuck, my voice is going now. Yeah, fuck off. All right, so you had, obviously, Leafs in first, Lightning in second, Florida, Ottawa, Montreal, Detroit, Buffalo, Boston. I think you're going to see a lot of changes in my opinion. We'll start with the Leafs here, get you super excited. You clearly don't think there's going to be a lot of changes. So Ryan's favorite guy ever, loves him, wants him to do so well. Mitch Marner left, Ryan Reeves, Puss Holmberg, and then we added Nicholas Roy, Dakota Joshua, Matthias Michelli, and Henry Thrun. I think everyone kind of knows what you think, but let them hear about Mitch Marner.
No, I love the kid. No, like I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being a complete biased Leafs fan. I know losing Marner, 100-point player in the regular season, incredible two-way player, Okonomini type guy. I like the makeup of this team. I like our top 9. I like our decor, a full season of Carlo, who didn't really fit in right off the bat with Toronto. I think he'll fit in now. Otten as well, who had I think he had 4 points the other day in preseason. He played awesome. I like our team. I think teams are too high on Tampa. Tampa didn't do a fucking single thing this offseason but trade their best prospect away. I don't know. And Florida's hurt. Again, my thoughts would be changed if Florida wasn't so banged up right now. But obviously, they could make a move. They have 0 prospects and 0 picks to make moves, but they can somehow find a way. But yeah, I like the makeup of this team. I know Michelli's look good, but he needs to show a bit more, huh?
Reminds me a little, obviously they have Austin Matthews and John Tavares and William Nylander, but little Buffalo Bills. You don't know everyone on the team, but they're going to put goals they're going to put the puck in the net.
I like this team. I like what Berube has installed in this team. I love our goalie tandem. Again, if Matthews is healthy, which again, he was not healthy last year, he's an MVP caliber player. I'm not going to say here, everyone's saying, 70-goal season incoming, but I think he'll get 50 at least, and I think he can push. I like his two-way style of play. I don't think his defense was ever an issue last year in his competitiveness.
Last year, that was the most thing, or the thing I was most impressed with was his two-way play.
It was incredible.
I think we talked about it a million times.
Yeah, incredible. It's just the goals weren't coming as naturally. And at some points, he went on a run, but again, he had some issues. We don't know what it is, if it's his wrist or his back, but yeah, I like to make up this team. I think they can definitely, people having as a wild card team, I think that's crazy. I know Mitch Marner is a big loss, and you can say well, it's not the playoffs, it's regular season, and he's better in regular season. That's true. But I like to make up with this team. If they're healthy, I still think they're a top team that win a division. I'm not worried about a wild card position for this team.
I like that. We'll head over to Tampa, which you already kind of touched on. We talked about, I think, a little bit last week as well, or maybe the week before. Obviously, they lost Isaac Howard, this prospect you were talking about. Cam Atkinson, lost Isaac Howard, Cam Atkinson, and Connor Sheary, but they added Sam O'Reilly, Scott Saborin, Jacob Pelletier.
He was on, I think he was on Calgary, I think. Pelletier, whatever. And they got Pontus Holmberg. Again, I don't.
Did he sign?
I like this team. I think Vasilevsky's hurt and it's unknown. I will see how long that is. I don't know. I think last year I bet against Vasilevsky, and then he was a Vezina candidate, so he can keep proving people wrong. Edmund's going to slow down soon. Kucherov's not going to slow down anytime soon. Brain Point's awesome. That top line of Point, Kucherov, and Gensel is probably the best line in the league. It's fucking insane. Just, I don't know. Playoffs, they were horrible in playoffs. They're arguably one of the worst teams in the playoffs. Yeah. And they're the same team as when they were on the playoffs. No real big moves. Still a top 3 team in this division. Yeah, I don't have much else on them. They don't really excite me, but I still think they're a top team in the division. But I don't see them winning the division like a lot of people do.
All right. All right. We'll head over to Florida. We kind of touched on that already. Obviously, lots of injuries. I think Kachuk's out for a while. Barkov's obviously out for a while now. Not January. Going to be March or April. But the losses, Nate Schmidt, famous for getting beat up by Ty Domi or Max Domi. Hello. Freudian slip. Nico Strum, Vita Vanacek?
Vitek Vanacek.
What a fucking name. Oh, hello. Here we go. He's live. Added Jeff Petrie and Luke Kunin. Yeah, they're just hurt. There's not really much
They're
else.
just hurt. They have the exact same roster. They can still make a good run without Barkov, without Kachuk, but it's going to be tough. They still have a great lineup with Verhaeghe, Reinhart, Marchand, Lundell, Rodriguez, Luostarinen. Again, I like this team. Jeff Petrie's just going to become the next Nate Schmidt. Nate Schmidt was kind of a traveler, and then when he got to Florida, they gave him a role, and he did really well in it. So Jeff Petrie did the same thing. Luke Kunin is more of a depth player. Bobrovsky can do the same thing. Their decor is one of the best in the league, so I think they're going to heavily rely on that decor during this injured time, and Sam Bennett too. So they're still a great team. just with the injuries, I can't. If they can win the division without Kachuk and Barkov, just give them the cup. I don't even want to see them play in the playoffs because if they're back in playoffs, fuck that. Like, no one's gonna fucking beat them. But yeah, without the injuries, I can't see them winning the division.
All right.
Or with the injuries, sorry.
Yeah, I know what you meant. It's okay. You misspeak a lot. Anyway, on to Ottawa. I think the next two teams you and I are kind of both high on, especially going into this year and what they're kind of creating in their locker rooms. So yeah, Ottawa obviously lost Travis Harmonic, Anton Forsberg, and Adam Gaudette, but added Jordan Spence, Arthur Kaliev, and Lars Eller.
They're a good team. They're a good team.
And,
like their left side defense is so good, and they added Jordan Spence, who's a really good top four right-handed defenseman. Arthur Kaliev, he's just like he has the talent to score a lot of goals. He's kind of just moved around and not been consistent enough, but he's really good. Yeah, I love their forward core. I think Allmark was a big issue in the playoffs for them, but I'm not really too worried about him. I still think he can be good. Zetterlund's going to get a lot more minutes after coming over from San Jose. He didn't play a lot in the playoffs, but when they started playing him more, that's when Ottawa kind of pushed on their run and late in their playoffs against Toronto. But yeah, I mean, for the rest of these teams, I don't see much change. I think I might just go right to the fucking predictions right now because Montreal, like they got Dobson. Huh?
You have it the exact same way. You think it's going to be
the exact same way? I think it's going to be the exact same.
All right. I think it's not going to be the exact same.
Like, I like Montreal. Losing Dvorak's not huge. Losing Heineman's not huge. Price doesn't matter. Obviously, Dobson, Bolduc's massive ads for them. Yeah. I can see Montreal passing Ottawa. I can, but I'm not confident in their goaltending. Montembeau's apparently he's struggled a lot in preseason. I know it's preseason, but again, goalies, you like your goalie to do well in preseason because they're still seeing the same type of shots, the same type of thing, right? Bolduc's a good ad. Detroit just doesn't excite me. They add their goaltender, John Gibson. He's been on the trade block for 6 years. Like, I don't see him making much of a difference. Detroit's such a vanilla team. Like, they need to make a move to not piss off Larkin and the fans. Like, Yzerplan needs to do a bit more. And Buffalo, yeah, I like the Peterka move, but they're just going to do the same thing. And Boston is a McAvoy, Pasternak, or Swayman injury away from being complete dog shit.
Yeah, I agree.
If one of those guys is hurt, they're toast. They have zero depth. For some reason, added Tanner Jeannot. I just think they stink. Pasternak, I still can see him getting 100 points as a shitty team. I like Morgan Geekie. I heard Pavel Zacha could be on the move. Their decore's still really good with Hampus Lindholm, McAvoy.
I thought Zacha re-signed, or was that Zadorov?
No, they have Zadorov, and they have Lindholm on forward and defense. Mason Lowry is a good defenseman. Yeah, their depth is poo. The depth is poo, and again, if one of those top 3 guys get hurt, their season's toast.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, yeah, like my prediction's the same. I think this was post-injury. Pre-injury, I had Florida winning. Even though I think we've said multiple times, I don't think Florida gives a shit about winning the division. They'll finish 8th seed. They don't really care.
They got to get in. As soon as they get in, the records go to 0-0.
That's the thing. So, but realistically, if they care about the regular season, pre-injuries, I would have had Florida. But right now, I call me a homer. I have Toronto winning the division. I still think they're set up well. I think you're going to see a revenge season out of Matthews. I think Nylander's going to be better. Nye's going to have a career year. I think Morgan Riley's going to be a lot better because he had a very down year last year. All the deadline pieces we still have. Nick Robertson looks great in preseason, but he fucking always does, so that's not meaning much. Stolarz, Wall. I like to see him winning division. I still have him winning. Call me Homer. Fuck you. I don't care.
Oh, here we go.
Ladies Tampa, I still have Tampa second. Again, if Florida have injuries, I would have Florida here, but they can still win a lot of games without Kachuk and Barkov, but those are your 2 best players. I'll be tough, but Tampa 2, Florida 3rd, and then I have, obviously we talked about Metro last week. I have no wild card from the Metro. We talked about the top 3. I think it'll be Ottawa, Montreal, 4, 5, exact same as last year. And then the rest of the league or rest of the conference or division, Jesus, I have the same thing. Detroit, Buffalo, then Boston. I don't see a single change. Only change, really, I could see Montreal being a lot better than people think, which I know Montreal fans are super high on Montreal. Like, I can see them maybe cracking into that top 3, especially with Florida's injuries, but
yeah,
we'll see. But what do you see differently than I?
That was the only thing that I had different. I think Montreal is going to be pretty good.
Like, do you see them as high as 2?
No, I see them as 3. The only reason I see them as 3 is, and people are going to hate the fact that I'm even talking about hockey. But I just think what they're building, the way that they finished last year, the fight that the team has overall, and the history behind that team in general. Like, I agree with you. The goaltending is suspect, but I feel like
great prospects coming in too, though, so it's not going to be
goaltenders kind of flow with the team. The team is like, I think the thing with the Leafs is they kind of have to find, this is the wrong way to say it, but like find their storyline of what the year is going to be. Like, are they going to be a gritty team that kind of like bangs out wins, or are they going to be a team that kind of has to find what they are actually going to be?
Yeah.
Whereas I think Montreal kind of knows what they're going to be. They're going to have to fight. They're going to have to, every single game is like, every point is worth, like, I think Montreal knows what they're going to be a little bit more. I think I would have them maybe 3. And it's only due to the fact that Flores injuries. It's just,
it's huge. It's not like no offense to Rodriguez. It's not like a Rodriguez or a depth guy like a Lundell. Like, it's arguably a top 3 center in the league, right? And that's huge. He's a captain of that team.
Yeah, but also sometimes you see too, like, players step up. I don't know. It'll be interesting.
But Lundell is incredible too, and he's been in the shadow as a third line center for a long time. So maybe he just fucking pops off and has like 70, 80 points, which he is incredible. So who knows? Maybe a guy steps up, and that pissed me off. So
all right, let's hop into some football here.
Yeah,
you can let your voice rest a little bit and chime in when you want. Your brother's Lions are flying. Absolutely
their
flying.
Offense is unbelievable. Their offense is unbelievable.
I did not have Montgomery going for over 150 yards. And for people who don't know, we usually recap the Monday night games from the previous week due to the fact that we record on Mondays. But the Ravens just, I kind of want to recap that game right now too. I
think we should.
We're going to talk about it real quick, but the Ravens can't close it out. Their defense is now injured. Lamar has a hamstring injury from the Chiefs game yesterday. Roquan was out. Marlon Humphreys was out. I hate to talk about it in the fact that Montgomery was an absolute tank and Gibbs is unreal, but I think it's time to talk about John Harbaugh.
Here we go.
Storied coach, been with the Ravens for a long time, won a Super Bowl. At some point, you got to wonder. They, on paper, at the beginning of the year, probably the best roster in the NFL, maybe aside from the Eagles. The Eagles lost a lot, though, this year. Derrick Henry, you wrote Derrick Henry is overrated. That's not true. That's not fucking true.
I think he's overrated.
That's ridiculous.
He's overrated. That's all I'm going to say.
That's insane.
He had 40 yards against the Chiefs, so I don't know how many carries. When you think of a running back, when it's like 1st and goal from the 4, you think, all right, I'm going to give it to him 4 times. I've seen it so many times when he's back with the Titans. It's crazy. On 1st and 4 or 1st and goal in like the 4, he never gets in. He always gets stopped 4 times in a row. And yes, he'll go on these break-off runs when he goes for like 80 yards because it's hard to tackle him. But like on 1st and 4, like in the red zone, he's so predictable. And they stop him every single fucking time.
Overrated. All right, here we go. Derrick Henry last year, 1,900 yards, averaged 5.9 yards.
I don't care. I don't care.
Touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 2023 with the Titans, 1,100 yards, 4.2 yards a carry, 12 touchdowns. 2022 with the Titans, 1,500 yards, 4.4 yards a carry, 13 touchdowns. Yeah. 21, that's not great, actually. 937 yards. I think he got hurt. That was the year he had the Liz Frank injury, actually, in his foot.
I'm not saying overrated that he's not considered like a top running back in the league, but I've heard people say he's one of the best like ever, and it's
in playoffs
and clutch moments, he is so brutal.
I don't agree with that.
And it's just like, I don't know what it is. These fumbles and his fucking moments, and it's like he's so predictable in the red zone. He gets stopped. He gets stuffed. It's like you think, what running back would I want to have on 1st and 4, like going to the red zone? Like I'm gonna run with him 4 times, and the Lions predicted it, and they stuffed him every single time.
Well, yeah, that's also on the offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator, you don't run the ball 4 fucking times when you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. You also have Zay Flowers and you have Isaiah Likely, you have Mark Andrews, and you run the ball 4 times with Derrick fucking Henry. Maybe change your goddamn scheme. This is the whole thing that I want to talk about with the fucking Ravens. It's like, yes, you have an amazing roster, but like Lamar has no time. Their offensive line fucking stinks.
Brutal.
Their defense is banged up. and also the plays we've seen over the last 2 weeks of Lamar that usually escapes the pocket and gets out, he's not making anymore. He doesn't have time. He's second clutching. He's overthinking what he's doing.
Yeah.
And it's also the fact that the Chiefs defense played super well yesterday. The Lions defense played super well, other than like Terry and Arnold. But, it's like overall the coaches need to play to their strengths, which, yes, their strength is obviously you saw it against Buffalo. They are a high powered offense. They can figure it out. It's just the fact that you're going into these games that are hard games. Like you start the year off, you play the Buffalo Bills. Those are the top two teams who are favored to win the Super Bowl this year. You look like you're going to blow them out, come back, loss. That sucks. Then you get a win against the fucking Browns, I think. Let me look up the schedule so I'm not getting this wrong, but I'm almost
Baltimore, they beat the Browns, and then they lost to the Lions, and they lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah. They did whoop the Browns, not very great in the beginning, but it was 41-17.
Yeah.
If you still look at what they've put up as points overall, other than yesterday, they put up 40-plus points in the first two games, and they put up over 30 in the second game and lost 38-30. Like, yes, at some point, offense may be a problem, but no, here's the fucking defense. Like, and you have Roquan Smith, who you paid $100 million. You have Marlon Humphrey. You have Nate Wiggins, you have Kyle Hamilton. Like, you need at some point to get a stop as a fucking defense. You should have ran away with that Bills game, and then you let Josh Allen go absolutely nuclear. You couldn't the Browns couldn't do anything. The offense kind of stalled out. Like, the Ravens or the Lions game, it's like, stop a fucking run. And they obviously have injuries like Matabuke's out for, I think, maybe the year. He's on IR with a neck injury. Kyle Van Noy, the veteran linebacker, out. He's a leader on that team, though.
Yeah.
Now you have Roquan. Like, yes, you can put a lot of the blame on Derrick Henry, especially for the Bills loss. Like, that fumble was crucial, but also your defense needs to back you up, man. And like Harbaugh needs to understand that you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best running backs in the league, and that Bills loss, 4th and fucking 2. Yes, from your own 30, you don't go for it, but say the Bills score. Like, it just, I get fired up about it because obviously my brother's a Ravens fan. I want the Ravens to win, and I also hate the Chiefs. And I did say the Chiefs would be good, and the Chiefs are going to be good.
Mahomes, 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. Like, the Ravens are a good team on paper. They just need to be able to put it together, and the coaching needs to be better. And that's why they need to have a conversation about Harbaugh. Like, in general, I'm not saying he needs to be fired, but you start 1-3. The statistics don't look good overall for you even making the playoffs. Yes, it is early in the season. It is week 4, but to go into that game, I had them winning outright. Like, the Chiefs haven't looked good. I knew Mahomes was going to find his rhythm at some point, but they should have ran all over him. And Henry didn't look horrible. The O-line is shit.
Yeah, it's bad.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah. No, but I mean, Chiefs win that. I mean, we talk about the Lions game, like the people who were worried about the Lions after the Packers game. The Lions are still the Lions. They're fucking insane. Dan Campbell and all that. But then Ravens are now 1-3. Chiefs won 37-20. Definitely Mahomes' best game of the season, 4 touchdowns. They're back. They're 2-2. The Chargers lost, so we'll see.
They're 2-3. Or no, they're 2-2.
No, I was right. No, don't worry.
All right.
So I looked at your record. So you
are getting me fired.
Even though there was a lot of weird games.
This was the worst.
And your record was not the best.
Well,
go ahead.
I in my mind, the teams that I didn't see the Texans putting up 26. They've been so horrible. Stroud hasn't been able to find. I picked the Patriots. I didn't see them putting up 42. Jackson Dart's first start. No way that he was going to.
You had the Jags though.
Jackson Dart played the Giants played the Chargers.
No. I'm saying like another win. You're saying you had the Jags, but the Colts won. You had the Bucks and the Eagles, but we'll get to that. But first game Thursday night again. Just Thursday nights need to be better. I know Mondays have been pretty good besides tonight. I'm not going to watch it, but Thursday night has been horrible.
You know what I don't understand? It's a rivalry. So this Sunday is supposed to be like the rivalries jersey, but is it only because the Cardinals and the Seahawks both have the rivalries jerseys? The NFL released them this year. Is it only the home team that wears the rivalries jersey? I thought it was
They must. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure.
Insane to me.
Yeah.
You had the whole concept of a color rush jersey where both teams fucking wear it. You come out with this giant thing where it's like, oh yeah, and I get it. Maybe it's because the fans want to see it or whatever, like the home fans. But That's
I agree. By the way, I know you don't like them. I actually didn't hate the Arizona jerseys. I know you don't like them. I know we talked about it.
You know what's crazy?
I actually don't like them. I don't mind them.
I saw them on TV and with the helmet and everything put together and with them on the fucking field. I like them. I was
pretty
talking
cool. I think the desert look. I think it's cool.
I thought I was too hard on it. I just think that I think it was the way that it was delivered. I thought like the sandstorm thing and everything, which is hilarious because Buffalo had the whole ice freeze thing, and I was like, that's the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
I just am not a Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, just Seahawks win 23-20. So my lock of the week did hit because I had the Seahawks covering the spread. Again, Kyler's still a great quarterback. Just he also looks like he doesn't give a shit. Like he just wants to go home and play Call of Duty sometimes. I feel like his attitude, he doesn't care. But Marvin is just, and we'll talk about the next card. Or no, so then, just crucial drops. Like it's just, this guy was known as like the best wide receiver prospect in decades, and he's just having crucial drops. He still makes somewhat plays. It's not like he's having 20 yards a game. He's still getting 60 to 70, but that's not good as your 4th overall pick fucking wide receiver. Like he's just not been up to it. Darnold is still playing pretty good. Like I think he's actually been very solid. He had a great 2-minute drill to end the game there. I thought he's had a really good season so far. Definitely surprising me.
I think he's playing as good, maybe if not better, considering the roster he has here versus the roster he had in.
I agree.
Like Minnesota. Minnesota's defense was absolutely stacked, and not that the Seahawks defense isn't good, especially in their secondary with like Tyreek Woolen, Witherspoon. But JSN is unbelievable.
He's really good.
Cooper Kupp is really good, but like they're not just Jefferson.
No.
So,
But yeah, so now
that's a dub.
So Seahawks take that one. You had the Seahawks there, so it's a good one.
And then it just gets bad.
And then Vikings, 2.5-point favorites versus the Steelers. Steelers win 24-21. DK, 80-yard. I didn't even watch this game. I forgot it was at 9:30 a.m. I woke up hungover. I was like, I don't want to watch this game.
I was at work.
Rodgers looked good, though, from the stats. He was efficient.
Steelers are going to finish like fucking 10-7.
Yeah, just especially with how the Ravens are, and we'll see. I have Lamar in fantasy. I'm hoping he's okay. That would be very shitty if he's done. But yeah, with Burrow injury and everything, like the Steelers could definitely have a really good record this year, and they look legit. I was so iffy on them, but I think they look.
We were
really good.
Absolutely roasting their defense last week.
I know we were. I was saying, I said TJ Watt did nothing.
Oh no, you.
Yes, I was. I said TJ Watt did nothing. And I was like, oh shit, he had 2 sacks. Yeah, so I end up. But yeah, Steelers win that one, and yeah, they're looking really good. Commanders at Falcons. I think we both chose Commanders here. But Falcons, for Falcons fans, this is exactly what you wanted, exactly what you're looking for. Pitts looked awesome. Bijan was a monster. Penix looked a lot better. Drake London looked good. Like we knew their defense isn't the greatest, but their fans wanted like, hey, we want to score 25 to 30 plus a game because with this offense it has that potential. And Kyle Pitts looked good. Like I said, I think Bijan like scrimmage yards had like 180 fucking scrimmage yards or something. A touchdown.
I feel like this is going to be like a inconsistent year for Penix. I think you're going to see
100%,
and you're going to see weeks like last week where he was dog water.
Yeah. Like it's just again like they have a weapon at each position. Algiers a great kind of power running back as well, who a lot of times Bijan runs for 80 yards and then he'll get the touchdown, but Bijan got touchdown. I don't think Mariota looked bad. The Washington defense is just not good. It's old. Bobby Wagner's still okay. Is Von Miller playing or is he hurt? I don't even notice Von Miller.
He's he's doing the same thing, I think, as the Bills. I really haven't paid attention. Their defense, I was super high on their defense at the beginning of the year. Like I really thought they could have the potential to be a number 1 defense overall.
Really?
Yeah.
I know because I listened to part of my take a lot, and PFT, he said, like, because he wasn't confident about the defense, and he said, like, if our defense is top 10 or top 15, I think we're a Super Bowl team.
Okay, yeah, maybe not number 1, but like,
good.
I had them like being good. Like, I just thought their D-line was good overall. I thought what they had added in, like, players were good. I thought Von Miller was a good piece. But I was wrong. That's fine. I'll go hand up on that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think we both chose Commanders there, especially, I mean, Falcons last week, they put up a 0 burger on fucking on the Panthers. Like, it's just fucking insane. And then they beat, I mean, I still think Mariota looked okay. Like, I think he's a solid backup, but they need Jane back. I don't know how serious his injury is. Debo still looks great, but Yeah, they need Jaden back desperately. I'm not sure how serious his injury is. Saints at Bills. I was almost tempting to bet the Saints on the spread because the spread before the game was ridiculous. I know the Saints suck. I know the Bills are the Bills. But 16.5 points is absurd.
I was telling my dad and my brother, anything over 10 or 11 points in a spread is ridiculous in the NFL.
Yes, 100%.
It is ridiculous. I think before the game, it dropped down to about 14.5. These are the types of games the Bills need to win early in the season.
Yeah.
They need to be able to, they're still finding their identity. I think in general, the defense, obviously lots of injuries. Deion Walker really stepped up, the rookie. He made a really good plays. Like, I was super harsh on them. I listened to the Buffalo, like the Bills podcast, Built on Bills or whatever. And I think the guy, his name's Joe Marino. He was talking about how like they kept getting washed out in the Miami game, but he looked a lot better. Bernard looked better. I just think the injuries with Milano, Shaq Thompson is a good piece at linebacker, not great. I think Dorian Williams played okay. I went back and rewatched some of the game because I watched a lot of the Ryder Cup. I just think in general, the difference in the offense this year is the fact that I can't remember who said it, but it was like James Cook allows Josh Allen to be Clark Kent until he has to be Superman. James Cook is, I think, the first Bills running back. James Cook is the first Bills running back since 1991, since Thurman Thomas, to have 4 games to start a season with over 100-yard rushing and a touchdown.
Yeah, 117 yards and a tud.
Yeah, the Cole Bishop interception was nuts. And I did not realize he did not have an interception in the NFL. Obviously, he was a rookie last year. But like, I want to give a shout out to the Saints. The fact that they kept putting Alvin Kamara in the game to me was wild, even though I have him in fantasy. That Keandre Miller kid is nuts. He runs downhill, does not care. He is not going to try to cut. He's just going to try to run you over.
Yeah.
But also, the fucking reffing in this game was just god awful. Like, yes, was there points where definitely there was penalties? 100%. But at one point, there was a penalty on every single play for almost 5 plays straight. And at some point, it's like, man, I would rather watch paint dry than watch you throw a fucking flag. Like, I get it. And also, the head referee for the Bills game was absolutely yoked. Ridiculously yoked. I get it. You have to call penalties when you see them. But, like, at one point, the Bills fans were cheering after that one drive that there wasn't a fucking penalty flag thrown. So, yeah, I think it was a huge win. 4-0. We're playing the Patriots this week. Going to be a tough game. I think this is part of like our I put a ton of Bills and Patriots bets for our 10 commandments because I think this game's going to be very close. I think it really depends on how the defense plays and whether or not they can get to Drake May. I think you've seen it this year. Get to Drake May. You need to stop the run. I think Travion Henderson could be a problem. But number one, if they play Ramondre Stevenson and they let him run the ball, make him fumble. Make him fumble. That's all that matters. You need to disrupt Drake May. Let him throw some interceptions. Josh has got to protect the ball. I don't think Josh's interception this week was really horrible. Yeah, does it suck that he got a turnover? But it was kind of like a punt. They're down in their own red zone. So I didn't really hate it. It was just an amazing play by that fucking safety to come all the way across the field, make a diving pick. And the ball was a little bit overthrown. But I felt like Keon kind of gave up on the route. He thought the ball was just going to be over his head. He didn't really care. So yeah, I'd like to see I like that they're taking more deep shots down the field, but like the fucking offensive play calling, that 4th and 2 play was ridiculous, and missing Spencer Brown sucks. But like, if Vandemark doesn't get, the Bills went for it on 4th and 2, and they tried like a little fucking pitch toss behind to Khalil Shakir, and I didn't hate it. But it's 4th and 2, and James Cook has been running the ball down their throats the entire game. And at one point, he even turned to the sideline, smacked his chest, and said, "Give me the ball." Like, maybe just see if James Cook can try and run it up the fucking gut. But anyway, Bills win 4-0. Big game this week.
Any update on Oliver or Milano? Are they still likely to be out for next game?
Feel like Oliver could possibly return. Milano, I think, is a doubtful.
Is it serious? It's his pec again. Like, that's what his injury was. Is it that serious?
I'm more comfortable with our linebackers and the backups that we have. Like, I think Dorian Williams is a really good run fitter, and his pass protection and overall, not pass protection, his coverage as a linebacker has gotten a lot better. That was the one thing out of Tulane that he had a problem with, is he was an amazing run defender, but pass coverage not great. Overall, he's gotten a lot better. I'm happy with Terrell Bernard. He's kind of out there communicating. He's become kind of what Matt Milano was or is still. But I think in general, the bigger thing for me is the D-line. Like, we can't have Deion Walker and TJ Sanders every single time. Joey Bosa has still looked good. I think you're going to see flashes from him. I think he's still trying to find his groove. But yeah, it's like the D-line is a problem. Our secondary is not a huge problem right now. I wouldn't hate if they went out and got CJ Gardner-Johnson. I know there's a lot of talk about that. The Texans cut him. Apparently he wasn't great in the locker room. I think he would do well on the Bills. I really do. Again, that's probably me being a homer. But I think bringing in someone who has won a Super Bowl, has been really good, like, we need to beef up the secondary a bit. Obviously, missing Maxwell Harrison. I think he's eligible to come back next week off the IR, so we'll see him looking in training camp. He didn't look too bad. He had a big knee brace on, so I don't think they're going to try and rush it, especially in his rookie season. I don't want them to. I don't think he's going to come in. I think he can come in and make plays, but I don't think he's going to come in and be that number one corner. I think Benford needs to step up a little bit. There's been a few times he's gotten burnt this year, but again, the problem is as well as we don't have a pass rush, and when you don't have a pass rush and you play zone, if you're in any type of zone defense, at some point, zones are too big in general in the NFL to play zone defense without pressure on the quarterback. That's just my opinion. But
little Bill talk with Jackson. That's why you go there. We got a lot of comments on. I posted a video of you, kind of what your prediction for the next, because like again on paper the next few weeks for the Bills is very gettable, and some fucking moron he commented like. He's like, oh, like the Bills, like they're not going to lose to the Patriots, which I love that. He's like, yeah, like they don't split every year unless you count them losing in week 18. I'm like,
okay, well
it does that counts. That counts as a fucking loss. He's like, well, they don't start all this. I'm like, yeah, sure, but it's what you said. Like, no matter what, they're going to split. Like that's happened every year.
That's the Mafia. It's
the Mafia. Stupid.
Let me tell you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go Bills 4-0 next week. Patriots. Excited for that one.
I think in general we should just at some point, this podcast has just got to become us talking about the Bills and the Leafs.
All right. Browns and the Lions. Lions win 34-10. Lions offense is a joke. It could be Gabriel or Sanders time. Likely Gabriel. Joe Flacco has just gone worse every game, in my opinion. He has not looked good. Amon-Ra is putting on a show this season so far. He's been absolutely insane. Probably number one wide receiver in at least fantasy right now. He's been putting up numbers, and for how tiny he is, like height wise, obviously he's jacked. He's a great blocker too. There's some plays where he does some blocks. He had some plays against the Ravens where he blocked as well. Like he can hold his ground. Mm-hmm. Like he's a thick dude. He can fucking make some plays.
Dude, he's been lifting weights forever. That's what his dad.
Yeah, and Judkins on Cleveland is a stud. I know, like, say what you want about their quarterback situation they drafted. Like, they had a good draft.
Yeah.
With Mason Graham's look good, Myles Garrett's still a monster and everything, and Judkins, like, I think they've done well, but I'm curious to see if there's a quarterback change. I don't think yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't really care about this game either. Like, the only reasons I took the Titans over the Texans, even though it was in Houston, is just I don't trust the Texans. I think they're going to be inconsistent. I do really love DeMeco Ryans as a coach. But I talked enough about Stroud last week, and we talked about his top 5 and quarterbacks and everything. Like, he's good, but he's not amazing.
Yeah.
Their offense is struggling. They get Joe Mixon back this week, I believe, if they're going to bring him back off the IR. I really think it depends. They need to finish the year solid. I know I'm saying that it's week 4, but that's what I think it's going to be. I don't think they're a shoe-in. I think they're a wild card team for sure. I think they can go on a run. That's for sure. Like their offense, we've seen them get hot. But are
the Jags in their division? I forget. Is that the AFC South? Is it the Jags Colts?
The AFC South is the Jags,
Texans,
Panthers, Colts, and the Panthers, the NFC.
Oh yeah,
the Titans.
I mean, how the Jags are looking good too.
The Jags are 3-1,
them.
The Jags
so it's
are
like
3-1.
I don't know if Houston. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, obviously Stroud looked better. Ward was ass. Yeah, the Titans just didn't look good. And we'll see about, I think Callahan's the coach for the Titans. We'll see if he's still there in the next coming weeks. But they sucked. Another game I couldn't care less about. You had the Patriots here. They're 5.5-point favorites. Patriots win 42-13. May was solid. May can run the ball again. If you're not getting to May, he can make some plays. I think he's had a really solid year. Still some learning curves, but again, like, he has all the athleticism. He has all the talent. I think, again, if he has a time like his O-line's been giving him, I think he's going to be really good. And
Stephon Diggs went for over 100 yards.
Yeah, he was good.
God, I hope he gets put in the...
Yeah, me too. Chargers Giants. Giants win this one. Jackson Dart. His first NFL start.
We got to talk about
21-18.
We got to talk about fucking MetLife Stadium. This is a problem. The amount of non-contact injuries over the last few years that have happened at this goddamn stadium is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Malik Neighbors out for the year. Joe Alt also got carted off. Dart looked good, but also...
I think he looked great. Like, he had 100 yards. I know he rushed the ball a ton. I think he looked solid. I think he looked incredible.
He needs... This is the problem, and he's a rookie quarterback, and it's his first start. And you saw this with Josh Allen, and I hope he learns it quicker than Josh Allen did. Like, you should slide. As a quarterback,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Slide. Yeah. He's not a big guy either. I don't know why, like, he's doing this.
Let me tell you, I was so high on him for a goddamn reason. Yeah. I think the swagger he holds, the confidence he holds, I think just overall, as a quarterback, Brian Daboll was going to like him, and I think he could say Brian Daboll's job, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for the Chargers, especially with losing Rashawn Slater beginning of the year, now losing Joe Alt, like that stinks. I don't know how serious Joe Alt's injury is, but obviously a cart brought him out, but I mean, he also is 6'8", 350 pounds, so a cart is definitely just necessary for how large of a human he is. But yeah, I mean, Hampton and Johnson still looked really good. Scatterbo had over 25 carries, so future of the Giants, but with Neighbors out, that stinks. I mean, Brian Burns
Robinson about to get fucking touches.
Brian Burns looked really good. Abdul Carter probably had his best game of the year. He had a lot of pressure in the quarterback. I think he had his first sack, or maybe half sack, but he looked really good. So yeah, we'll see who the Giants play next. I think you just said
Saints. I took the Saints.
Oh.
I think the Saints look good, and I think they can run the ball. So I don't know. We'll see. I think Jackson Dart had a good first game. I think ebbs and flows of a rookie quarterback. You're going to see it. Spencer Rattler has games under his belt. Still is 0-9 as a starter. I think he gets his first one.
He's 0-10 now, isn't he? I think he's 0-10.
I think he's 0-9 after the Bills game.
So I don't want to go back to the Bills game. He makes play. I'm so iffy on him. He has talent. He has an arm talent. He can look really good at times, or not really good, but he looks solid at times.
He made really good.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Bills game, man. To be honest, like, they deserve to win that game. The Bills just pulled it
like off. That Olave interception to Bishop was hilarious.
That was the most fucking ridiculous play to goddamn run.
Yeah. What, you're marching the ball down the field, and they throw a ridiculous play from Olave to throw the ball wild.
And then he gets upset like he's a quarterback on the sideline. It's like, you threw a fucking absolute rainbow duck.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, last few games here. Eagles, Bucks. Bucks almost made another comeback. Incredible.
Also,
Eagles win it out 31-25. Huh?
Also, O-line stinks. Also, push just is an unstoppable play, and I think you will see it banned at some point.
Yeah. Bucky Irving, over 150 scrimmage yards. I love Bucky Irving. He's incredible. Almost crazy comeback, like I said. Saquon Todd. I mean, like, Saquon's getting us touchdowns. I don't think he's really looked. I don't know. It's fucking Saquon Barkley, but I don't know. What do you think? I don't think he's looked incredible this season. He's going to get a touchdown because in the red zone, it's hard to stop that O-line and him. But I don't know. I don't even, has he had a game over 100 yards? Maybe one. So I don't know. Like, again, it's Saquon Barkley. I think they're
46-43.
So yeah, I mean, I know Jalen Hurts has been running the ball a ton. Baker and Igbuka still looked awesome, but Mike Evans out. I don't know how Chris Godwin really played in his first game back. Tristan Wirf's back. But yeah, Baker was definitely running around the field quite a bit.
His stats aren't that great. Like 19, 43, 2.3 yards, 2.6 average against the Rams, 4 average against the Chiefs, 3.3 against the Cowboys. Like, still Saquon Barkley, but they, like, if you look at it, compare it to last year.
It's scary the fact that they're 4-0 and he's really not playing that good. And they had that fake tush push play for his touchdown.
Yeah, that's why I fucking hate it. It's fucking
but
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna move on to the next game. Colts Rams. You had the Colts and you had the Bucks too. Rams win 27-20. Owens on his best game, 2 interceptions. Some of his interceptions where he just went deep downfield right to a Rams cornerback. Stafford looked awesome. He looked really good.
Dude,
Puka, 170 yards. What?
Comparatively, so Saquon last year, 24 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, first game. 22 carries, 95 yards, 0 touchdowns. 17 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. 84 yards, 47 yards, 176, 108, 159, 146, 255, 107, 124, 150, 176. He had more games over 100 yards last year than he did under.
All right. Overrated.
Saquon Barkley, overrated.
And Saquon's not even playing that good. That's scary.
Right.
Yeah, Colts, Rams. You had the Colts. I mean, they've been playing great, but Dale Jones didn't play his best, and Stafford played really, really good. I mean, Devontae Adams was questionable before the game, but he played. I think he had a touchdown. Puka Nacua, 170 yards. This guy's a fucking monster. Yeah, any thoughts on that game?
And Indiana Jones turns into Interception Jones.
Yep. Yeah, 2 interceptions, 1 late to seal the deal. Wasn't his best.
So good.
Yeah, I think so. I think the Rams are legit. I think they're a really good team.
Good Rams team, and you keep it within 1 score is good.
Yeah, I know. I think the Rams are legit, so I still think the Colts are good. Jaguars, 49ers. Jags wins 26-21. Purdy, 2 interceptions. First game back. He also had 2 touchdowns over 300 yards. Tien still put up numbers, 120 yards and a touchdown. D-Max still two-way monster. I think, again, he had like 90 receiving yards and like 50 rushing yards. He's still a beast. Some drama before and after the game with Saleh. He mentioned something about Liam Cohen, head coach of the Jaguars, and their sign stealing antics or something like that. They do it really well.
He said
keep my name out of your mouth.
Yeah, that is whatever. Liam Cohen.
Travis Hunter, still not the best. He's not playing every single snap, but just give it time. They're playing good. He's just going to be a slow rise. And I mean, they're 3-1. They've beaten some good teams.
They're
so we'll see the Jags.
Division. The division is completely flipped.
Yeah.
Completely flipped. So.
Yeah. Ravens Chiefs, we talked about it. Bears Raiders. Bears win 25-24 from a blocked field goal. Caleb looks solid. Again, he's seeing his reads. I think he had a very solid game.
I absolutely love reading your notes.
What?
Gino was poo. 3 interceptions is hilarious, and it's so you.
I just write what I'm thinking in my head. I'm not gonna be like, Gino could have played better, not the best. Like I'm just reading how I would say he was poo.
Genty played well.
Yeah, 130 yards and a touchdown.
A lot of those yards came on his fucking like 60-yard touchdown run.
Yeah. I mean, Odunze, another touchdown. Again, this is the Bears. This is like the development of the Bears. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. No, but it's about winning games that they should win. Like the Raiders' defense stinks. They don't have a ton of offense. Obviously, Genty's playing well, but Gino's not playing his best. These are games that they should win, really. They're still missing someone on defense with Jalen Johnson. They should have won the Vikings game week 1, but they're figuring. I know it was a blocked field goal, but really they're figuring out how to win games late. Caleb is throwing with more confidence. I don't know who they're playing next. They have the bye week.
Oh, the bye weeks don't start. No, they might have bye week. The bye weeks start week 6.
Am I blind? Am I blind? Week 5.
They play the Commanders. No, they have a bye.
There we go. It's right.
All right, so they win.
Big dub. But yeah, no, 2-2. Again, I think Caleb's look good. Ben Johnson in that kind of, I think it was halftime presser was hilarious, where he said like we're going to be just fine, and they were. So yeah, big game for them. 2-2. Packers Cowboys. I didn't write much for them. 40-40 tie. CD out.
This to me.
Parsons back to Dallas.
This to me says more about the Packers than it does the Cowboys.
100%. Even without CD, I think Cowboys have a great offense, but they have a shitty defense. And what was thought to be was a elite defense in Green Bay. It's just they're not. Or now.
So
Yeah. And it's massive because I had Pickens in fantasy, and he put up 35 points for me because I was nervous because Lamar didn't put up a lot. But now I'm up.
Dude,
I guess we're going up to fantasy. Yeah, so we'll get up to week 5 too.
I might come to the lowest points this week.
That would be incredible. But yeah, so you're 7-1, Jets, Dolphins tonight. You have the Jets and Bengals, Broncos. You have the Bengals. All right, so quickly running along here. Quickly go through some week 5. Let me get the lines up here. I didn't write them down.
Oh, actually, I need fucking I only put up 80 points this week. That's really tough.
Well, I mean, Hoff's at 69 right now, but he has Chase Brown and Broncos defense, so he's likely going to put up above him. I don't know.
Dude, my team's
all right. Week 5 here. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, you already have them highlights. So yeah, 49ers, great Thursday night game. 49ers, Rams. The Rams are 5.5 point. Yeah, they're 5.5 point favorites.
They're going to put up 34.
Do you think they cover the spread? Yeah. I don't hate that. Then the Sunday slate game, Vikings, Browns. Vikings only 3.5-point favorites against the Browns.
This is a toss-up.
I don't hate the Browns here.
This is a toss-up for me.
Vikings don't really have much of an offense. Wentz played okay against the Vikings. They have a great defense, or like the Vikings have a great defense. So
yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a defensive battle. It's gonna be like a fucking.
I would say, what do you think the over-under is? It's hilarious. What do you think it is?
Like 40, 38.
36.5 is the over-under.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a 17-14 game or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. But yeah, you got the Vikings though. I'll take the Browns just for fun. Denver and Philadelphia. Philly are 4-point favorites. Yeah, Philly, easy. I mean, we'll see how Denver
really
plays tonight, but if Denver beats the Bengals, it's not really impressive to me. Then Houston and Baltimore. Baltimore still 3.5-point favorites. I know we're not sure about Lamar's injury. What do you like? Yeah. Raiders at Colts. Colts are 6.5-point favorites. I still think the Colts are good. They played a really good team in the Rams, and they're going to have a kind of a bounce back game against a really weak defense and weak team in the Raiders. So I like the Colts. Now this is a barn burner. Giants and Saints. Saints are 1-point favorites over the Giants.
I'm telling you. I like my lock of the week is going to be Saints. Just Saints money line.
Really?
Great. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I mean, I could be totally wrong, but I feel like he gets his first win. I think Jackson Dart is really good. Malik Neighbors' injury is really tough. Way that, I mean, I think the Giants can run on the Saints, but I think the Saints can run on the Giants, and I think it'll be a good game. I actually think it will be a really close game, but I do like the Saints in this game.
Yeah, I do too. Buccaneers, Seattle. Seattle are 3.5-point favorites against the Bucs. The Bucs are just hurt. Mike Evans is out. Their O-line didn't look great against the Eagles. You got the Bucs here? All right. I'm going to take the Seahawks. Titans at Cardinals. This is a game I will turn off when it comes on the TV.
Rather watch.
But the Cardinals are 9-point favorites against the Titans.
Cardinals, yeah.
You got the Cardinals.
Best September.
I don't know if they cover the spread though at 9. I don't know about that.
The offense for the Titans suck.
It does suck. It's not more so Tennessee stopping Arizona. It's just Tennessee fucking scoring in general.
Yeah, I agree.
Detroit, Cincy, this is gonna be a fucking slaughter to me. Detroit are 8.5-point favorites. Over under 49. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how the Bengals play the Broncos tonight, but Detroit's looking like the best team in the league right now. No comment?
I'm not going to say they're better than the Bills.
I said one of the best teams in the NFL.
Oh, I thought you said the best team in the league right now.
Actually, I did. So, suck it up. All right. But yeah, we both got Lions there. Fuck you. Commanders at Chargers. Chargers are 2.5-point favorites. Still, I'm not sure about Jane Daniels. I don't know. I don't think he's going to play, but I'm not sure. It's almost tough, especially the O-line for Chargers. And then Sunday Night Football. Patriots, Bills. Is it in Buffalo?
And they're wearing
Bills
jerseys.
They are 7.5-point favorites. Over under 50. I don't hate the over there just because Patriots have a good offense and Bills defense is struggling, but the Patriots don't have a great offense. I think Christian Gonzalez is still out. I definitely like the over for this game. What do you think? Do you like the over though?
Yeah. Single-handedly, the Bills will put up 50.
You are so biased.
Oh, unbelievably biased. You only had the Leafs winning the division.
Yeah, but I gave a better breakdown than me saying,
all right,
Bills by a billion.
Fine. I think it's going to be a close game. It'll probably be like fucking 30-27. I think James Cook will maybe not go over 100. I think Josh Allen's going to have to do a lot. I think Keon needs to be involved. They need to take apart their secondary. The Bills need to find a way to stop the run. Ed Oliver being back would be huge. AJ Epinesa stepped up last week. He could step up again. Greg Rousseau played better. I like the Bills. They need to stop the run. They need to put Drake May in the dirt and absolutely not take Stephon Diggs' head off, but hit him hard. And I got Bills 30-27.
See, that's better. And then Monday night, Jaguars, Chiefs in Jacksonville. Jaguars are 3-point underdogs.
I'm gonna flip.
The Chiefs.
I'm gonna flip.
You're gonna flip to the Jags.
I'm gonna flip.
What made you choose the Chiefs in general or originally? But why you changed it to the Jags?
I just fucking hate the Chiefs. Seeing Patrick Mahomes put up 4 touchdowns made me so mad. And especially the fact that it was like Juju Smith-Schuster went off. Xavier Worthy looked good. Their defense looked good. I just like the Jags. I think ATN's going to go off. Maybe Travis Hunter breakout game. That'd be cool against Chiefs on Monday Night Football. So, yeah, I got the Jags.
Jacksonville. I like it too. Fantasy update. I'm 2-1.
I'm 1-3 now.
I'm likely going to win this week. I'm up 60, and Taylor has Broncos D and Chase Brown. So they kind of cancel each other out. So I'm confident I'm going to win that.
I kind of really hope he gets 0 points, and I don't have the lowest points. My team's in shambles. Anyway.
Well, I have Lamar out, and I have James Conner out, so we'll see. I got the waiver wire for quarterbacks did not look good, so we'll see what I can do.
There are a million people at 1 and 2 in our league.
Oh yeah. I didn't watch much college football just because it was such a busy weekend, but Ole Miss takes down LSU, Oregon takes down Penn State, and Alabama. Alabama's back. They take down Georgia. It was a ridiculous weekend of sports. Yeah, it was absolutely absurd.
I'm exhausted.
It was a lot. At a wedding Friday, I had my girlfriend's dad's birthday on Saturday. We got after. We went to a comedy show. It was really funny. I've never been to a comedy show before in Hamilton. It was really funny. I'll say that. But yeah,
I don't know how I should feel bad for you that you had a fun weekend and now you are.
That's fair. I respect that. I respect that a lot. So commandments. So again, we're very close. We had the over in Ravens Chiefs. The over was very high. We didn't hit the over. Over was 60, and it was 37-20. So obviously we didn't hit that. Josh Allen over in passing, yes. Nico Collins over in receiving, yes. Daniel Jones still was over in passing. He still had a lot of passing yards. Egbuka over in receiving, yes. And then 2 we don't know yet. Breece Hall over in rushing, not sure. Over in Jets Dolphins, I said that, not sure. But then McMillan over in receiving, yes. Rome Dunze anytime, yes. And Bucky Irving anytime, yes. So we're getting close. We're getting there. I know you've already done your research for what we want to do for this week's low risk, medium risk, and high risk.
I already added mine in.
That's what I'm saying. You're dialed, you're ready. Sunday Night Football. What do you got for 10 commandments? Start us off with the low risk of the 1 of 3.
I got James Cook anytime.
I mean, it's just a lock. It's every week. Let's see.
Don't worry, take your time.
Give me the Colts covering the spread at 6.5. I think the Raiders stink. I still think the Colts are really good.
I got Drake May over in. I said passing, but I think I'm going to go over in rushing.
I don't hate that. Yeah. All right. So low risk. James Cook anytime. Colts covering the spread, Drake May over in rushing. Now 2 more to add it to the medium risk. Honestly, give me the under for the Browns Vikings. I know it's set really low at 36.5, but it's just both offenses are struggling, both defenses are elite. I can see this being like a 13-10 game.
Yeah, I got Judkins anytime.
He's been a stud this year. I know you traded him away, but the value you're getting in return was too good. Well, but he's been really good.
Yeah, but my team is now in shambles, and I really do not want to finish last in our league and run through a paintball gauntlet. So I'm going to have to make some moves.
Yeah, so low risk, James Cook anytime, TD, Colts covering the spread, Drake May over in rushing. Medium risk, under in Browns, Vikings, Judkins anytime, TD to add it to the 5. And now we need 5 more for the entire 10 commandments, high risk. What's your first one?
Keanu over 3 receptions.
I like that. Give me Derrick Henry over in rushing.
I hate
overrated.
Give me ATN over in rushing.
I like that. I have in fantasy. This is a risky one because I don't think he did a ton against the Browns, but give me Montgomery anytime against the Bengals.
Does it?
All right, so I'll list it off here. So the low risk, James Cook anytime, Colts covering the spread, Drake May over in rushing. Now medium risk to add 2 on to that. Keon over 3 receptions, Derrick Henry over. Oh no, shit, I fucked that up. I'm gonna start that over. Low risk, James Cook anytime, TD, Colts covering the spread, Drake May over in rushing. Medium risk to add 2 on to that. Under Browns, Vikings, Judkins anytime touchdown. And for all 10, adding 5 more to that parlay if you want. Keon over 3 receptions, Derrick Henry over in rushing, ETN over in rushing, Saints money line, and Montgomery anytime. Boom. Yeah, and for my lock of the week, I hit because I had the Seahawks covering the spread because they were +1. I liked them over the Cardinals, so I'm 3-1 right now.
I still don't remember what my lock of the week was.
I gave you, but I said you're 0-4 because that's a default. I have, for my lock of the week, I have the Cowboys covering the spread against the Jets, -2.5. All right, respect.
I have Saints money line.
That's your lock?
Yeah.
And then my bet the farm was actually really, really close. The only thing that didn't happen was Colts covering the spread. That's the only thing that didn't happen. I would have won like $600.
Cool.
My bet the farm, though, is C-Mac anytime, Pickens anytime, Jalen Hurts anytime, Derrick Henry anytime, Jonathan Taylor anytime, and Jahmyr Gibbs anytime.
The Dolphins are up 3-0.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I got the over. Already a slugfest. What's your bet the farm?
Oh, fuck. Give me 1 sec. I gotta go to the games on Sunday. I think I'm just gonna make it what I picked for every single game. Rams, Vikings, Eagles, Ravens, Colts, Saints, Bucks, Chargers, Bills.
All right, it's been a long pod,
Yeah,
and I'm battling. I need to fucking rest or do something, but I'm going on a run because I'm dialed. A big beer league game tomorrow. Can't remember who we play, but we're going to get something done there. Yeah, next week, I think, because your afternoon's next week, correct? So we're going to have to, it sucks, we're going to have to record on a Sunday. Ooh, we're going to record before the Bills game, which that sucks. But that's going to, what we're going to have to do, but maybe we can record during the Bills games so we can see some live reactions, but I don't think you can handle that.
Are you fucking kidding?
So we'll see.
No.
This is throwing out there. But all right, check out Buds and Pucks on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and go comment, like, subscribe to Buds Mafia on YouTube and Spotify. Go Bills, 5-0. I'll see you later, Jackson.
Cheers, brother.
Fakes left, now taken off. Gonna run for it again.